Venture Hobos here, and we are roughly 2 weeks into playing Soulmask's new Egyptian DLC called Shifting Sands, a survival craft game developed by Campfire Studios and published by Coolan Games. I'm Blacksmith, along with Beyonder, Lessa, and Mythery. Max and Nico couldn't be here, but the heck with them, and we're going to chat about the game anyway.
Yeah, screw those guys.
Yeah. Nico played it for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, he'll be back. I'm going to make a quick note that the DLC is still free to claim until May 10th.
It's 100% worth it.
Yeah.
Put the bottom line up front.
Yeah, you get the two maps, and the original, the jungle map, is pretty good, but the Shifting Sands is, I think, really where it's at right now with the addition of the floating, basically fortress ships you can build. You start with the little guys first, but you can get up to, the bigger ships. That seems kind of neat.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
We're still new into it, so there's a lot to look forward to. First thing, right off the bat, what was everybody's, what were you impressed with at first? We'll go with Beyonder first.
Okay. So for me, I really appreciate the level of detail in the automation for the tribes people that you can volunteer to join you. I do like that you can give them either a position or you can give them specific jobs to do. So it's like, hey, you're the guy that's going to cut down the trees, but I need you to go over here and mine 500 ore first and then come back and do that. So it's very sophisticated. I think there's a little bit of negatives with that too, though, because sometimes it does feel a little overwhelming. Like, I just want you to take things from this box and put it in this box. Why are you not doing that? But overall, I've been very impressed with the amount of options for getting the tribes people to, kind of do the menial labor while then we can go out and explore the desert.
Pass the torch to Lessa.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. So right off the bat, I'm really impressed with how well done this bit of the game is, especially the Shifting Sands, like Beyonder was saying. There's so much finite control that you can have, and the game comes in clear stages. Every single survival game has almost the same exact first stage where you're hungry and you're homeless and you don't know what you're doing and you're starving to death every single day and you have to fight for survival and you're banging rocks together and you kind of have to learn things. This game has a bigger learning curve than most, but it's not necessarily a negative thing. In the end, after you get over that learning curve, it gives you more control over what your character's doing. And that leads me to probably my favorite thing about Soulmask. It's the combat system. They have a really nice combat system. The only negative thing I think about that is if you do something really well, you're going into an animation that you might not exactly want to go into, Beyonder, and kill the scout.
Yeah.
Well, explain killing the scout.
So basically, that's how you unlock the fog of war around your map. You have to go around and you have to interrogate these different scouts who know things. You have to figure out what they know, and they have to give their knowledge to you. I don't know. I guess you suck it out of them.
A little bit. That's kind of what happens.
I like to call it sucking, yeah.
Yeah. Suck the scout. We know Lessa loves to do that. So
that's my favorite thing. And then that section of the map of the fog of war is lifted, and then you could kill the scout right after if you like, and go on about your business. It's very well done, just like their crafting system is very well done. They're not going to let you just overtly break their game. And I know that because one of us, I won't mention Beyonder's name, will 100% break your game if you even give him the slightest opening to do so with crafting.
Is figure out how to make the bombs. Once I can figure out how to just press a button and come back in an hour and have 1,000 bombs, and then that'll be the end of the game for us.
Yeah. The crafting system is so well done and fairly elegant, honestly. It's just like a lot of other survival games you might play where you have a lot of different crafting benches that you have to go to, but it's not really a chore.
Yeah,
It's
especially because like with the way the crafting system is set up in regards to tribesman control, is you can set limits or set timetables, because you're trying to make a bronze sword. Well, you need a hardwood handle, you need leather strips, and you need the bronze ingots, which to get the bronze ingots, you need tin ingots and copper ingots. You don't actually have to make all that stuff yourself. Now you have to know the recipe, but then you can go to, say, the kiln or the forge and say, I want to keep 100 tin ingots, 100 copper ingots, and 100 bronze ingots on hand at all times. And then whoever you set up to be the forge person, or you can set everybody up to man the forge, they'll just constantly pump them out until they reach the limit, and then they're done. So as I'm making a bronze sword, and it uses up, the hardwood handles and the leather strips and the bronze ingots. As soon as those get used up, somebody starts working on filling it back up. It very, very much leads into it doesn't feel like a chore because you can just, hey, I need you guys to do all this shit.
You can dole that work
tiger.
out like a true manager. Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically management the game.
And as an added bonus, those minions that are doing a lot of work for you, they are earning XP while they're doing that. They're not doing it for nothing. So it's nice to.
They're basically unpaid interns, but
right. But they love their job. They tell us all the time. The people talk, and they say they're so happy the chieftain brought them out of the hell that we brought them out of. So, we're happy about that.
They're getting paid. They're just not getting paid with money.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
There we go.
Like what Myth says. Yeah,
you
Myth,
get to survive.
What was your initial reaction?
Well, I like something that sort of piggybacks on what Beyonder was saying about minions. Is I like how they all have their own personality and things that they like and dislike, and you can see them having complete conversations with each other. And like Blacksmith has ones that like to get beat and enjoy that, and
specifically
you go up to
the punching, not so much. They can take it or leave it, but the whips, that's where they really shine. Yeah,
and you walk up to the fires and they're dancing with each other, and I mean they seem to really have personalities, and in the chat they're chatting with each other, just off the wall stuff, not just I went out and cut some logs today, but just real conversations about weird things.
Yeah, they be spreading rumors about each other too.
Yeah.
Right. There was some drama the other day too. They were talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Talking about who gave somebody some flowers or.
That's right. Somebody gave somebody some flowers, and somebody be helping them with their work and is not supposed to do that. And,
oh man!
And the guy was like, "I hate you." I was like, "Oh my god, this just got real."
Then we played detective because they're like, "Who? This person with the great sword was the one that gave him the flowers with the one with the spear." And it's like, wait, what? And it's like, who has that now?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Myth is there is so much, like when you get them, you can rename them, you can give them titles, but then as they do their tasks and they level up, they get their own stat points that you can distribute however you want. So if you got like a fighter using a great sword, hey, you just put all the points into strength. But then they also have those proficiencies that you can then pick different talent points for at each certain levels. And I mean, there's very much layers upon layers of complexity to this game. It is very cool. It gives you a lot of control.
Yeah, like what Myth was saying, so many different personalities, and you have to look at each one, and you can't just give them a sword because they might suck at using a sword.
Right, you have to look and see what they're good at. They all have the things that they're good
sometimes
at.
they don't like it when they go to the bathroom. They get angry.
Oh yeah, there's I have this one she is. It's wild. They have like, who thinks this up? Well, we know it's developers, but like, this person on my team does not like to go to the bathroom. Every time she poops, she becomes in a bad mood, and that's another part of the game. You have to keep people happy and in a good mood. Otherwise, they leave the tribe.
Yeah.
Give them some beer or some wine.
Yeah. Tequila.
And how much fun is it that the boat dives on the sand? I mean, really.
Yeah, I just think of Dune every time we're cruising across the desert. I just expect a sandworm to come jumping out of the thing at us. Myth, what don't you like?
Oh, well, main thing I don't like is the strength awareness. I don't get it.
I second that. Keep talking.
I mean, that's just annoying. I mean, I want to learn some things, and I'm doing stuff, and I feel like I'm doing my thing, and I'm playing, and I'm just gated by this strength awareness. I can't learn what I want to learn because I've run into this big red number that says, no, you can't do that. You aren't aware enough of your strength.
Yeah, I didn't realize in the beginning that your awareness number and your like actual level person were two different things. Because I know Beyond would be like, oh, you're level 35, but awareness 29. I'm like, what?
Right.
I'm like, I thought my level was 29,
Exactly.
awareness 29. But yeah, awareness level is all for the tech tree.
Yeah, I think it's to differentiate the mask from the guy you're controlling. I think you can actually permanently take over guys. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But like, if you like a person, you can make them your main person. I have a feeling that that's kind of what it's supposed to do. Is you have this person is level 50, but the mask they probably shouldn't have called it awareness strength, maybe mask strength or something to make it. Oh, okay, right. It's the mask that's leveling up,
right? Apparent
as it's and the mask strength stays the same no matter which character you control, and the character you control can have wildly varying stats. So you're like, I'm gonna go fight today, I'm gonna go take over, because you can do that. You can take control of any of your tribesmen in your clan.
Kind of like glazed over is like, that's one of the biggest things in this game, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
once you get somebody into your tribe, you can take over their body and use their body just like any main character.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, and I think the real reason for that is because at the beginning, your main character, I think they can only max out their skills at 60. I think once you defeat the first boss, it goes up to 90, but it's out of a max of 120. So if you want the level 120 sword skill, you have to find a tribesman that has. You have to find and then volunteer to join your tribe a guy who has a skill level of 120, and then you can take control of him when you're going to fight. It's also good for crafting, because then you can find yourself a really good crafting person, and just whenever you want to make your weapons and armor, just transfer over to that guy, go create the stuff, and then you'll have the best quality stuff. So I don't mind that so much. I do feel the awareness strength goes up very, very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah, and each time you go up, it goes even slower.
Yeah, so I mean, we've been playing for 2.5 weeks or so, but I've been level 30, 31 for like the last 5 or 6 days. So it went up okay at first, but now it just feels like it's come to a standstill, and I just haven't figured out a way to kind of
game the system.
Not yet.
Right.
Still work. I just gotta do some math and figure out.
As soon as he figures it out, it's over. So there's this planned grinding mechanic in this game that I do not care for. I will give you an example. There are these bosses that we have to go after on the map. And the first boss we go after, we get a special thing from that boss, that key. It opens up this back room. We go into the back room. Only one of us gets to do the thing to the mask, even though we all participated in the boss battle. And I think that kind of sucks, because then we have to kill that boss 3 more times in order for each of us to have that thing.
Technically 6 times once you don't need it.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
And Nico's in, so it's definitely 5 times right now.
That guy's going to learn our names. It was a great fight, though, I will say that. But 6 times? I don't know.
The only plus is that each time it gets easier and easier because our people have leveled up. So it's
Yeah.
now it's a quick run. It's almost like, oh, I'm going out for milk instead of like, all right, let's get our
gotta give
situation. We
everybody
have a
food.
plan. All right, we need a
Yeah.
5-hour briefing on this battle plan.
But that's not the point. We shouldn't
You're
have
right.
to do that.
We shouldn't.
Yeah, no. And the boss fight is really fun the first time when you have no idea what's going on. And
Right.
then the second time we did it, it was like, or I guess, we lost the first time we did it.
Yeah, the first time we
second
got
time
our
we
asses
did it.
kicked. Well, we only went with ourselves, the 4 of us.
Yeah.
And the second time is cool because we're like, we know what we're doing. Now we're going to go back and kick your butt. That's fine.
Yeah, we
we're
beat
high
the
levels.
shit
We
out
have
of that
minions.
But
crocodile.
after that, it's like, come on.
Yeah, it's grindy.
I like that we have our own fighting styles, or weapons, I should say, and each weapon has this kind of special. It's a good and bad thing because you start with one. Like I really like using the spear, but now that I'm using the spear, I don't want to switch to anything else. I don't want to use anything else because I'm such a high proficiency with it. And
No.
Oh
Beyonder
no,
has the
you're
great
telling
sword.
me that you don't want to grind for more levels and another weapon? Stop. Tell me more.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure we could probably, if we found high level dudes, we could probably catch them with the proficiencies already kind of capped out. Instead of just a high cap, they'll have a high level in it too. But it's just a lot. Like you don't know. Like at this point, we don't know. Like maybe there's a way later on you can see what proficiencies that somebody possesses just by hitting the Q button or whatever button it is to scan people.
Right.
But right now it's like, oh well, I know a warrior does two-handed swords. But the guards also do two-handed swords, so I got to beat those guys up. And you can't see what their stuff is until you enslave them, basically. And then you can look and be like, oh, his two-handed sword is only 110. I needed 120. Get out of here.
So it's like a job interview, right?
Yeah. You beat the shit out of them.
I'm sorry, we're going in another direction.
Yeah, you look.
Dismiss
I
them.
thought you were better. Sorry.
Right. You did such a great interview, but I mean, your workload has just been awful this quarter. So good job. Good job.
Yeah. It's just there is a pretty big grind to it. I think that some of it could be kind of pared down a little bit. I don't think we all should have to go and fight that boss over and over. I do like how that boss has multiple difficulty levels. So there's like a normal, a hard, and like an extreme kind of version.
Yes.
That's for different strength levels. I do appreciate that. Well, we could go back and fight him at level 50 and he drops different stuff.
Right. Which we have to do.
It's just,
we haven't done yet.
Yeah. Us having to fight it 4 times so all of us can get the crocodile guy mask. Especially when it drops 4 keys for the chest. That's the weird disconnect. Right. It drops 1 key for the door to the pyramid, but it drops 4 of everything else that you get from it. So like there's one I forget the type of chest it is in there. It's like a little pyramid shape. You get 4 keys from it when you kill it, but you can only open it the 1 time. So
that's weird.
It would have been different, I think, if it just dropped 1 of everything. What really gets me about it is why drop 4 if you're just going to only let 1 person open up the chest?
We want you to see what you can't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean,
who can get there first? Run.
Yeah. It's just like, well, are we supposed to fight each other for the mask? What's happening here?
Right.
Yeah.
But overall, I think so far it's been a very fun game to play.
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot of positives, and we've only done that first boss. I think the next step is the Anubis Hound, which we are about the right level for. We'll have to tangle with that guy. Hopefully it'll be just as cool, because that crocodile boss had some really cool mechanics.
I have just a couple of thoughts, and then I'll say my piece and count to 3. Please take all of the really, really good-looking people out of Conan and put them in this game. Some of the people in this game look like they have maybe rickets.
Yeah,
like maybe they need some more
absolutely.
vitamin C. They just don't look healthy at all. I would also like to be able to personalize my outfits, use some of that dye for my own.
Yeah, dyeable armor would be great.
Yeah, dyeable armor would be fantastic.
So Debs, if you're watching, Les is a player that really needs her slaves to look pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
and,
I don't
and
want to.
bangable is, I think,
Exactly.
really is what we're going for.
Thank you.
It's like, would I have
Please.
sex with this person? All right, you're coming with me.
If the
yes.
answer is
But-
yes, then I will adopt them. The answer no,
But
I will let
we've
them
had
go.
to hear her moan and groan every slave she's taken in because of the ugliness of it.
Well, they are pretty sad looking. Come on.
Yeah.
They are.
Although I can, as a male, I do have to say I approve of the jiggle mechanics, shall we call? Shall we say?
Physics?
Yeah, jiggle physics of the game. But as it's I think it's two guys that developed this. You need a female's point of view and to keep some of the females playing this game and make some beautiful men.
It would be pretty perfect if they could just import Conan characters into the game.
I know, and then we could actually get to know them. We can actually see what kind of people they are. And please allow us to take our steward out of this game and into all the other games that we play, because we put stuff in a dump box and he just takes care of it.
Steward will be its own conversation. I think we can have a nice, at least 10-minute conversation about Steward.
For sure. He is the one guy that we all cannot do without.
We can't.
We lose
in
him.
every game. We need him everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah. We have got him set up doing so much stuff for us. If he dies, we are just
we're screwed. We have to protect him at all costs. Yeah.
If anybody has job security, it's that guy. Yeah.
He will definitely
overall,
be the last one.
This game is great, and we'll be playing it for a while. Unless anybody else has anything else to add to it.
No, I think we're good.
No,
it's 100% worth it.
Yeah, definitely buy it.
I'll end it with I rewatched all the trailers on Steam, and it just reminded me of just all the things we have to look forward to especially when it comes to flying airships that are cities. They're basically cities, and they can attach themselves as well. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. That is it, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.
Cheers.
Hey.
Bye.
If you've made it this far, you are a real one. We want to hear what you loved, what you hated, and what we should never try again. If you have a game you want to see the Venture Hobos tackle, drop the name below. Better yet, give us a quest. Tell us what to build, who to fight, or what impossible goal we should chase on our next session. We'll be checking comments to pick our next objective, so let us know. Hobos out.